4th.
Are you going to tell him?
The #1 cable show returns.
She said I should work something out with Karen.
I ain't cool with that. And the pressure is on.
You're keeping secrets from me. Is there something you would like to talk to me about?
Because for some,
They're trying to force me out.
I'm sorry. You don't seem okay. You traumatized?
it's the fight of their lives.
Sign this paperwork, and you'll be out of here in an hour.
Tyler Perry's Sistas returns January 4th at 9. Watch it live on BET.
Hey guys, it's Novi Brown.
Anthony Dalton II. I just want to wish you all a happy holiday.
And I wanted to wish y'all a happy holidays from our Sisters on BET family.
Cheers.
Love y'all. Be safe. Happy New Year. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila, and I'm coming to you, y'all. Now, today is Wednesday. Normally, we have Sisters that comes on tonight, but it's not coming on tonight because it's not going to come on again until January 4th. So, I just wanted to do, I guess just my thoughts on what the upcoming episode would be, and I guess maybe my predictions on episode 12. So I looked up the synopsis, and it says Fatima sets a plan in motion to get back at Hayden. Now, we all know why she wants to get back at Hayden, right? Because he is representing Heather, which is the baby mama from Zach, which we still don't know that that's his baby. I mean, because they did a DNA test. Fatima, on Zatima, they did a DNA test, and they did it without Hayden or Heather, really nobody knowing. So somehow, some way, Heather talking about, I know you knew, that he the daddy. So how she know that, I don't know. But they still need to do a whole nother DNA test. And that's what I'm thinking. Now it says here that Fatima sets a plan in motion to get back at Hayden. Because Hayden is starting all of this mess. As he's always started all the mess, right? Because he started it by trying to break up Zach and Fatima. He started it by planting evidence on Zach when he was not planting evidence, but planting drugs in the tires of the chain breaker's vehicle that Fatima let him use. He started it by just picking at him and putting restraining orders on them and listening to their phone calls, just planting all these damaging seeds so that Zach can go to jail, calling the SEC people on him because, he did the whole thing with the stocks and he got all this money. He's just trying his best to ruin Zach and Fatima, especially Zach, because, he wants Fatima to himself and she ain't gonna even get back with him. So I don't even understand what his fight is for. I guess he just can't lose. He can't let it go. So I guess once and for all, Fatima is trying to set Hayden up. And we all know that Madam is her cousin. And we all know that Madam had already set it up when Hayden got beat up and thrown on the top of the car. He was, hopping around here on crutches, looking like he was trying to find his life. So apparently that wasn't enough. So I believe that's what that is. And then it says here, Zach and Fatima travel into uncomfortable territories with Karen, putting their relationship to the test. Now, Karen done went to the doctor. And she had her 2 witnesses there, which was Andy and Danny. Now, Karen gave the doctor these dates, the 12th and the 19th. Now, I don't remember what month it was, but we know it was the 12th and the 19th. So, when I was thinking, now, back into my Tyler Perry universe, now, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought she slept with Zach first, down in that office. And then she messed around and slept with Aaron. I'm just saying, because Aaron was just like, oh, yeah, I just want to, be with you. She was like, but what about you being a preacher? What about you, whatever. And he did it anyway. Obsolete everything that he said he was, he wasn't trying to do. So He slept with her anyway. Now, that's what, come on. Now, y'all bring me the episode where, because, and even when they were in that hotel room, when Zach had bust in, they still really didn't sleep together. You know, Aaron was going down on Karen or whatever, but they just didn't make it. But, and it still was a stretch. So I don't know. It said Zach and then Aaron. And now she done got all comfortable with Aaron, telling Aaron she loved him. And, you know, he around all the time talking about he too good. So I don't know. Now, but it could be somebody else. I've been reading comments that Karen cheated on Zach. Or Karen cheated in a relationship. It was another man. Now, I remember back in season 1 that she quote on, but that was in season 1. We on season 5. So I don't know. But these were the dates. These were the dates that Karen, oh, you know what I'm just thinking? Because she said the 12th, well, still. The 12th and the 19th. But the girl's still pregnant. So they know what day they slept with Karen. Anyway, so I was finna say, she said the 12th or the 19th, but she could have said she slept with Aaron on the 12th and then Zach on the 19th. But, you know, one date comes before the other and one person slept with her before the other one. So she couldn't really manipulate just get a DNA test, okay? To stop all the confusion. Zach, Fatima, Karen, Aaron. Just get another DNA test because these dates and these ultrasounds, like I said before, when I was pregnant and I got my ultrasounds, those dates were not 100% correct. It was always around about time. You know what I'm saying? So the best way to solve this thing is just go ahead and get an ultrasound. Because I'm thinking the way they wrote this, it says Zach and Fatima travels into uncomfortable territory with Karen. So I'm thinking, if this is what I'm thinking, that she's going to say that this baby is Zach's. And that's going to put a strain on their relationship. And then Karen, you know, because what's her name? Fatima is trying to keep the secret that from Andy, that her and Zach are actually engaged. Because Fatima said, hey, Zach, I'm not ready to be telling everybody because, you know, Andy cool. She my girl. She my friend. Woo-de-woo. But she's still friends with the other girl. You know what I'm saying? And I trust her, but I don't trust her like that. I know her, but I don't know her like that. I like her, but I don't like her like that. I put that part in there. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? She's just like, yeah, that's my girl, but that ain't my girl like that. Because if there was a girl like that, then she'd be on Zatima, but she ain't on that. She on Sistas. But anyway, but I'm just saying, like, she's like, I need to keep, you know what I'm saying, a lot of this situation on the hush-hush until we figure out what we doing with this baby situation. And when we figure out what we doing with this baby situation, then we can come out and scream from the rooftop that, oh, that ain't your baby daddy, but that's just my fiance. That ain't your baby daddy, yeah, but that's just my fiance. You know, they can do that, but they can't do that right now. So they got to be on the hush. That's just my baby. That's not your baby. You know, I tried to whisper, but it ain't working right. But anyway, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Tyler Perry is going to say that this baby is actually Zach's. Now, I could be wrong. And y'all can fuss at me in these comments. But I'm sticking to it. I said it. I got to stick to itness. I'm sticking to it. I really believe that Tyler is going to say. Now, hey, if I'm wrong, when she say whatever she going to say, y'all can say, I told you, Sheila. I told you, Bila. You know, y'all can do that. But until right now, this is what I'm saying. Because I really think that he gonna close that circle up with this baby. That's what I think. They sister circle. So, you know, that's what I really, really think. And then, you know, they have the whole situation with Calvin and Sabrina. They done beat up Q. Now, I don't believe Q is dead. Now, if Tyler Perry kill off Q, child, that's Sabrina, come on now. You on the house arrest. And man, then too, actually, she is on the ankle monitor, right? Is she? I thought she was on the ankle monitor. You know what? That's just, well, maybe she just out on probate. What is it? Parole? She just out on parole. You don't need no anchor money to be on parole. Because she ran over there to them folk house. And she beat this man. But yeah, but if you out on parole, you can't be getting in no trouble. So, being that she can't get in no trouble, Tyler, I don't think Tyler just going to be, I don't know how they going to do that whole situation. I think Calvin is really going to take the brunt of everything so Sabrina won't get in no more trouble because they really did need to beat Q up. Q needed that butt whooping because he was running around here acting like he can do all things through Christ that strengthen him. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know, not the Christ, whatever the Christ, whatever, I don't know, but not the Jesus, but whatever he got inside of him, he figured he can do all them things, whomsoever is strengthening him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, they needed to beat him up. Just like Hayden need to get stopped. Yeah. And then I don't think that Calvin would allow Sabrina to be in any more trouble because they sitting on the couch like, oh man, what we gonna do now? What's and Calvin said he was looking like he really wasn't worried about it. So I think Tyler gonna clean this up to where, finally maybe Sabrina and Calvin can go ahead and have a relationship because at this point, even though Calvin has his flaws, it is undeniable that he really, really loves Sabrina. It's undeniable. Just like it's undeniable that Preston loves Danny. It's undeniable. Some things we just can't unsee. But this whole Gary and this Robin situation with Andy, I don't know if it's a battle of whose chest is bigger, whose pockets are longer. I don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying? Because Andy, granted, Gary says that he loves Andy. And he's been loving on He's been loving on Andy way before Robin came into the picture. He's been wanting to be with Andy. He's been, with Andy. And then when Robin comes in, Robin knows that Andy had a fiance, but he still wanted him anyway. He didn't even know them like that, but he still wanted Andy regardless. He wanted Andy. So apparently something draws men to Andy. Whatever those pheromones she get the men. And she get the rich ones. Andy. I'm mad. Look, I'm married. I can't, I got, my husband, you whatever. But I'm just saying she get the rich ones. The real rich ones. Anyway, so, and now Andy is in a situation to where she has to, talk to Robin and tell Robin what's going on. Gary and Hayden, they're trying to take your company. They are really, really trying. And Robin is just like, I know, I figured something was going on. Because how do you go from hating somebody and not talking, and hating someone, knowing that the person is sleeping with your quote unquote girlfriend, fiance, or whomever Andy is to Gary at whatever point in time on this show? How can you overlook all that to you bringing customers, you know what I'm saying, into the law firm for the hedge fund? In the investment group? Like, how can you look over all that? So I know Robin is very, very smart to where he's like, there has to be something more going on. So I'm just looking at it like, okay, so Robin he knows people, and Gary knows that Robin knows people. The only one that's really kind of naive about Robin and the people that he know is Hayden, because Hayden feels like he's unstoppable. You know what Hayden is? Hayden is the mirror of Q. Hayden and Q are pretty much the same person. It's just that Hayden wears a suit and Q wears an ankle monitor. They feel like they can do anything to anybody and get away with it as long as they get their way. Yeah, they're like mirrors of each other. Except one is homeless and one got a house. One had been in jail and one put people in jail. So, yeah, that's what I see when it comes to them. both of them sneaky, both of them conniving, both of them are manipulative. Both of them seem like they got issues with life. They trying to figure out their life. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, Maurice, you better not sign them papers. You better not sign them papers. Now I know you want to get out of jail. I know you do, but don't rat your girl out. Sabrina trying to do everything she can to help you. Q running around here stealing all your stuff, child, your microwaves, TVs, baseball gloves, kitchen appliances, spoons, forks, knives, child socks, drawers. He trying to steal everything out your house, Maurice. And Q, Sabrina came over there, she doing a thing for you. So don't rat your girl out. Don't rat her out. I hope not. If he do, Sabrina, you better get to praying. But I don't think he gonna do that. Do y'all think? Y'all don't think he gonna do that, right? No, I don't think he gonna do that. But anyway, I think I pretty much touched on everything in regards to Sistas. I really do. I think that Karen has Zach baby, but still get a real DNA test, please. But I think that's what's going to happen. Hayden, he gotta find his fate when it comes to Fatima, because Fatima about to mess him up. She about to mess him up. And Andy is gonna help Robin out, giving him the heads up. I wish he would have just took pictures of them documents so Robin can actually see the plan instead of Andy just telling her stuff. He could actually see it and get a real heads up. But overall, and Fatima, right, don't be telling everybody your plans. Don't tell them folk that you married, that you about to be married to Zach. That ain't none of their business. Like that ain't none of their business. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it. And y'all have happy holidays. The New Year's is coming, and be safe, drive safe. People are crazy. Oh Lord, they are. So yeah, I'll be at church every New Year's. But ain't at church, I'm at home. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll holler at you next week on For Sistas. Bye. Oh, yeah. Bye. Like, comment, and subscribe.